Hey gamers, welcome to another DSP video. I am gonna talk about a few things. There's a few things I kind of want to go through. I decided to start off with something light on the lighter end of the spectrum, which is DSP's thoughts on dlss5. My thoughts is that it's crap, and yeah, I just think it's trash. Like this will single-handedly just kill gaming as an artistic medium, just by what what it does basically, because it just changes whatever is designed in the game, and it doesn't look good. Like, these characters don't look believable anymore, and it just overrides the artistic integrity of what is in the game. Now, this will sound very woke of me, guys, woke alert, but when I looked at that image of Grace, like, I've seen that image of Grace like 1,000 times at this point, and it's like each time I see it, it just gets kind of more offensive, because I feel like it just illustrates kind of what people were talking about years ago, in the sense of how women are portrayed in like commercials, media, whatever. And I understand, like, there's nothing wrong with like attractive characters and stuff like that. That's not really what I'm getting at. But it's just this sheer like uh sexual objectification of characters. Like, this is more overt with it in comparison, because again, AI is fed through all these data sheets and information, and it just kind of assumes what it's doing. Like, it's kind of overwriting what Grace like is supposed to look like, and it's like, well, she needs to look more hot. This is the data that we got, and this is what we're gonna do, and build off of that, which is like kind of like not what it should be doing at all. And I think it's very indicative when you look at the Nvidia CEO, and he's like crashing out, calling their number one consumer gamers, saying that they're wrong. It's like this does not like bode well. Like, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, there's some like people who will like just garble and all this shit about fucking AI all the time, and I don't even think even they are enough to defend what dlss5 is even doing, because it's just junk, and it just ignores whatever is designed in the game visually. And it's like, just we don't need to do this either. Like, it's the same debate about like how games are chasing realism instead of like finding something that's more gorgeous artistically or whatever, and it's going for this more photorealistic thing, and it's like, this is kind of taking the soul out of the medium. So it's just dlss5 is just another like thing that just takes out the soul of any medium that you pop in and you turn that bullshit on, and it's just junk. Like, AI will always be junk. Nobody has yet to convince me otherwise. Everything I've seen of it is trash, ugly, and stupid. Like, just pick up a pencil. I mean, sometimes you can't, you just don't have the talent for it. Deal with it. Like, I can't make video games to save my life. Do you think I'm gonna run to AI to make a video game? No, I'm just gonna eat it and then like move on with my life. But anyways, I mean, I have very toxic opinions on AI, and that's whatever. But it's just, I think it just stunts people creatively, and I think that's kind of like bad. Yeah, I said it. It's bad that people get stunted creatively. Anyways, let's look at DSP's opinion on the DLSS5 situation.
There is a new technology NVIDIA is rolling out soon. What it's supposed to do is generate better lighting in games, okay, and graphics in general, using AI. And they rolled it out.
What's funny, I was also debating finding the little clips from his little DSP Reacts show, DSP versus the Internet, because there's a video where he watches the guy talk about interpolation. Is that what it's called? Whatever, of like videos, and saying how bad it is. And it was also talking about AI, I think, if I remember correctly, saying like, oh, well, AI is taking this thing that's like animated at 20 frames and adding these frames so it looks bad. And that's true, because when you take something that's animated with a specific frame rate in mind, and you add frames to that, it's gonna look ugly and like weird, and you're just not gonna like buy it, whatever. And DSP was like, yeah, man, I agree. And ever since he became a PC gamer, he's all about this AI like tools that they give gamers to like add artificial frames and bullshit. And he always defends it. And it's like, no, wrong.
An examples, like for example in Resident Evil 9, they showed you like what Grace would look like before and after, and immediately everyone on the internet started complaining, oh, it's AI, oh, it's
And I kind of hate how he's like I hate how he like responds to discourse, because it just shows how little interest he has in the discourse of it. Like, if you have an active interest in video games, all this stuff, and again, this is the guy that's like, video games are art, and we love art here in DSP Gaming. And yet, when people are actually like talking about what dlss5 does to this art form, he like mocks people who are criticizing it, and he keeps like, and it's kind of annoying because this dude always gave us that stupid like, oh my god, guys, AI is bad. Like that one tweet I read one day on a Sunday morning, whatever the fuck, that said like, I want AI to do my laundry, and instead it's doing music. And it's like, and it's just, this has been a thing DSP has forever done. By the way, he has always pretended to give a shit, and it always pisses me off because like this is the guy that like, he doesn't believe in anything. Like, he literally doesn't believe in anything. There's nothing he believes in except for food and money. That's all he believes in. He doesn't even believe in his dumb fucking wife. But this guy, was all about, oh yeah, AI should not do this. And then when people are actually like voicing criticisms and concerns about DLSS 5 for, changing a video game to make it look ugly as fuck, and he's like, oh, these people are just hating on it because it's AI. Why do they hate it? They don't hate it just because it's AI. They hate it because first off, it made Grace look ugly and like uncanny. Like, I said this on Twitter, and this may be a woke opinion, yes, but I have seen that image of DLSS 5 Grace so many times that it kind of it gets more offensive to me to see it, because it just illustrates this ongoing like this discussion that people had for years about how commercials, media, whatever, objectifies women in such a sexual way, etc. You look at DLSS 5 Grace, and that's what she looks like. Like, it just looks like that it's just there to sell beer, or she's there to sell you, like, something sexual or whatever. She's, like, using a Snapchat filter or an Instagram filter or whatever. And it just doesn't look real. Like, you look at the character of Grace in Resident Evil 9, and you look at what DLSS 5 Grace looks like, she just doesn't fit the story or what is going on. Like, it just doesn't look believable. It kind of crosses the line where it's not realistic anymore. So this is a very fair and valuable criticism to have when you see DLSS 5 being marketed, and it just takes away the artistic integrity of video games. I mean, yeah, we've talked about video games as art 1,000 times, and I don't think I need to explain it again. So it's like, it is a artistically crafted medium that serves many purposes, but when you have a AI like feature on a computer that just overwrites that, it's like, it kind of is an insult to just the medium in general and the people who worked on the game. And this is the guy that talks about art and, oh, respect this, respect that, and he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a fuck. And like, this is the kind of shit that like kind of gets me like snowballing into a rant sometimes, because it's like, you listen to a dude not believing what he says, you're gonna like be like, okay, this fuck you, man. Like, that's what happens, and he never gets that.
oh, it's AI. And people even started memeing saying, oh, look, it changed her facial structure and she looked
Memeing. Like, oh my god, this is the other thing. So like, DSP is so crippled and stunted by the fucking internet that this dude is just memeing. Like, oh, like, he abuses the word slop, he abuses the word meme. Like, he's saying that the people criticizing the face, like, they're memeing that it changed her face. It did change her face. It gave her lips like filler. It changed her hair. Like she's blonde. Grace is blonde. They gave her roots as if she dyed her hair blonde. That's like not at all what she looks like at all in any like promotional work in the game at all. It changed just everything about her face. Like it's ridiculous to even assume that people are memeing that. And again, what does that even mean? They're memeing this. Like they're showing what they showed at their fucking event or whatever the fuck. And said, look at how bullshit this is. And he's like, oh yeah, they're memeing this. Like this dude is so unserious.
She looks cartoonish. And then people actually said, no, you're lying.
And then he says, people said this. The CEO of NVIDIA said this. Like, I didn't know what the NVIDIA CEO said at this point when I watched this initially because I think I was, like, driving to the airport to pick up my mom. But, like, I was there listening to this on the highway, and he was saying this. I was like, oh, people are saying that? And then, like, later on, I saw that, no, the NVIDIA CEO said this. He is so, like... uninterested in this that he doesn't even like know where this source is coming from.
Like, that's not doing that at all. It's actually just adding better lighting, natural lighting. And the only reason you don't like it is because it's AI. If a human sat there and took the time to do it painstakingly, you'd applaud it and love it and say,
this is, oh my god, this is such a stupid take. Like, oh my god, like, dude, what? Yeah, you would love it if if they designed it, they probably would have had. Oh my god, dude, this is like driving me up the wall. Grace was already designed by a person. She was already designed, already animated. People, day one of Resident Evil 9 was like, wow, already done looks so good. Whoa! And I was like, oh yeah, you would have like loved it if this was designed by people, right? She already was! The AI added bullshit that wasn't part of the character design, and it looked terrible! And he's like, oh, well, you would applaud this if it was made by like, what the fuck? Now, I don't know if this, I'm just gonna say this, I'll walk it back a little bit in the sense that I don't know if DSP genuinely believes that, but here's the problem, when DSP fucking answers a question, he doesn't give you his take at all until later. He gives everyone else's take first. Who the fuck does that? Theo, okay. What's your favorite fighting game? Okay, so everyone in the world says that Street Fighter is the best. Some people like Mortal Kombat. Some people like this. And then some people say this game is good. But what I think is, I think this game, like, it's like, why are you giving me this entire bullshit? Just answer the dumb fuck question. The question was, what do you think of dlss5? We are being told about all this other superfluous information to the question. We already know what dlss5 is because we asked the question. Oh my god. Like, I'm gonna also say I was not expecting to get this, like, worked up in this video. It's funny. Very funny. Hilarious even.
Say it's gorgeous. But because AI is doing it, you're hating on it, right? So anyway,
like, what was the point of bringing that up? What was the point of bringing that up? Oh, I get it. He wants to show that he's not picking a side. Well, these two people are stupid. I mean, DSP, just fucking eat a brick and finish it. Like, just finish a brick. DSP tries it brick eating. Like, come on.
It doesn't look so bad to me.
Oh my god. It doesn't look so bad. This dude has no taste. No taste. I believe that wholeheartedly. This dude has no taste at all. This dude, like, will eat the fucking dick of Super Turbo all day. But he will praise Street Fighter 6 for making Street Fighter look realistic. Like, dude, like, I kind of liked how Street Fighter looked at in Street Fighter 4. Like, I thought that was a good design for the game. 5 looked like shit, but he even defended how 5 looked to a degree. But he liked how 6 looks because it's more realistic. This dude loves realism. But this dude has no taste at all. He looked at dlss5 Grace and said, oh, she looks pretty, it looks pretty good. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here.
As long as it looks natural In the case of
As long as it looks natural. What does that even mean? Every image I have seen from AI doesn't look natural and it always looks off putting. Like, I mean, there are even instances where I look at something that may not even be made by AI, like Expedition 33. I mean, I know that there was a whole AI controversy with that game, but and then they patched the AI stuff out, so I'm not gonna necessarily like dog on the final product or about that. Like, because this is what I thought way even before that controversy was brought to light. By the way, when I first saw the game, it was like, this looks really weird. Like, it just feels like it's made by AI. Like, there's just something that's making me very apprehensive about it. And then I found out that, like, it was like not AI. They did use AI for like the alpha, but it did not stick in the final game. And now they said that they're not going to use AI anymore. So it's like, whatever. And it's like, okay, fine. But it's like that alone says a lot about how AI makes things look. It just looks weird and like kind of disgusting sometimes. Like, I have seen like YouTube channels like try to animate stuff in AI that looks like junk and garbage. Like, it just doesn't look good, and you cannot convince me that AI is even equivalent to a human made work. Like, you just can't tell me that. Like, come on, get out of here.
case of like Grace, that shot that they're using, it actually looks pretty good. I think it does make
And then he's praising the fucking Grace thing. Like, I don't even want to find the picture because you know what it looks like. She looks awful in that. It just doesn't look real. It doesn't even look like the character. Like, come on.
does make her look like a real human as opposed to in-game lighting, which doesn't.
She looked like a human before. What are you talking about? Like this dude is so fucking like AI brained that he's like, oh, well, she looks more like a human. Like, dude, even in the video, because it wasn't like they just showed like still images. Her face was like doing this weird unstable like vibrations almost. That I'll say it to a degree, it's like subtle. Like, you kind of have to look for it. You kind of notice it at the eyes. If you look at her eyes, you're gonna see like they're kind of like vibrating or whatever, and it just looks weird and off-putting. But as I said, like she doesn't look like a real person. Like, the way Grace looks in the game, the way she's supposed to, she looks way more natural. And he's sitting there saying, oh, well, she looks more like a human. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Fucking, like, look at your own wife and tell and I don't know. I know where I was going with that. That joke went nowhere. What a terrible joke. Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry,
Doesn't always look
guys.
realistic. It actually makes it look almost photorealistic. Okay, there may be situations where
But this is what I mean. Like, DSP is such a little like piggy, a little pig, that he'll eat any slop that's in front of him, and he'll be like, "Oh, it's pretty good," because AI is for people like him that have no like inquisitive, critical eye or any fundamental understanding on what art even is, because this guy doesn't know what the fuck art is except for the word. And this dude will sit there and be like, oh, well, it looks pretty realistic. Looks like a photo realistic. But it's like, this is like the mentality of a boomer. Like, and I saw like a tweet yesterday or the day before or whatever that said like, there's gonna be a point where there's gonna be people who are gonna be tricked by AI if there's no like additional limb or something extreme. And I agree with that. I think there's gonna be genuine a lot of people who will not be able to discern AI if there's no like sixth finger on a hand or something goofily crazy like that. Meanwhile, like, people who like actually pay attention in the world around them, they could just look at something and say, okay, this is AI, whatever. DSP is not that. He's completely boomer brained. This dude will falls for phishing links. Like, this dude got so many phishing emails that he almost falls for. That's how fucking baby brain this guy is. Boomer brain, I should say.
won't, or it'll make it look stupid. I don't know. I think they're all also saying that, like, realistically, no one could do it right now anyway. Like, it's not You couldn't even do it on a base level NVIDIA card. Like this is like running on a dual card setup, crazy shit.
Yeah, because I'm assuming they're hyping up their next like Nvidia card that they're gonna sell. So that's probably why they're like, oh, you can't do this on the one you have right now. You gotta get the new one.
Like maybe eventually the common person could do this, but it's not like something that's going to be easily adoptable right away.
But who would want this? Like nothing looked good. Like everything that I've seen looked like shit. Come on.
Let's see here.
Is that all I have to say? I feel like it says more.
Okay.
But of course he's gonna defend it because this guy's a fucking boomer.
I guess we'll just have to see. We'll have to see once this stuff starts getting implemented, you know? Already everyone hates frame generation. They're like, oh, frame generation is the cop-out.
Again, he's mocking this when he literally watched a video on DSP versus the internet that explained, like, why it's bad to artificially add frames to things that are not animated or whatever with that. Like, it's like forcing a 20 frame anime to be like 60 frames. It just looks terrible. And he, of course he forgot that, I guess.
Instead of making these game engines run better, they're just saying use frame generation to make it look smoother, when in reality it's choppy without it. For me, it's like, well, I'm playing a game, the level of detail looks great, and for the record, I can now pause a game and take a screenshot or any...
This is so stupid. First off, he doesn't take screenshots. Like, he doesn't. Secondly, the frame generation does not affect when you pause the game. This dude is fucking stupid.
Moment I could be recording the game and pause my video at any moment to make a thumbnail, and every single frame looks good.
Oh my god, this is like not at all. Like, he's talking about getting the video. Like, he records the video, probably to make his dumb fuck thumbnails, and he pauses the video and screenshots. This has absolutely nothing to do with frame generation. This dude is stupid. And he's sitting there talking as if he's some kind of expert on any topic.
It's not like, oh, I freeze framed the game and it looks like shit because the game blurred it out just for the sake of frame generation. It looks good.
What?
So I don't know where the complaints are coming from.
I gotta hear that again.
It's not like, oh, I freeze framed the game and it looks like shit because the game blurred it out just for the sake of frame generation.
What? Blurred it? I don't even know what that what it even means. Like, it's not like I freeze framed the game and it blurred out because of the frame generate. What? Whatever.
It looks good. So I don't know where the complaints are coming from. Like, are they real or fake frames? Well, they're fucking real. I could see them.
Oh my god, this is like this dude when he gets to be an actual like boomer, once he like becomes 80 and we have like all this AI slop around the world and we have like all this, if it gets to a very like extensive point, this dude is gonna believe everything. He's gonna see it. He'll see an AI video of like he'll be 80 years old, right? And then he's gonna watch the video. It's like Donald Trump is alive and he is like doing something crazy, and he's like, I thought he passed away years ago. But since it's AI and it's real because he saw it on the internet, it must be real. Like, what the fuck is this like bullshit? The frames aren't fake, they're real. I see them. But it's created by AI. They're not real frames if you need an AI thing to add them. Like, oh man.
Them. I'm not hallucinating frames. They exist. Maybe AI generated them, but
maybe AI generated them. Like, that's what people are talking about. They say that they're not real frames. Because if the AI generated them, they're not real in the sense that the game didn't have these frames to begin with. Again, this dude watched a fucking video explaining about like how AI generates frames to boost the show to be like 60 frames instead of 20, and it looks bad. And he's like, yeah, man, that's stupid. And now he's like, I see the frames. they're not fake. It's like they are fake because it's not made in the game at the start. They're being artificially added. Like that's the fake part. Hello?
But the frames are there.
The
so
frames
what am I
are there.
complaining about?
Because it looks.
Know.
Oh my god, what are people complaining about? I'm like almost tempted to find that video on DSP versus the internet where you watch a interpolation. I wonder if I can just find it. Let's fucking try. Let's fucking try it, guys. DSP reacts. No, I can't find. I know it's not this, but like, shut up. Let's see. Oh, let's see what animation gets us. Oh, here we go. Why low frame animation is better.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the conclusion of DSP.
Oh my god, the audio is already fucking goofy.
Like the show to be all right, K-pop idols versus rude fans.
I don't know why that made me laugh. I'm not going through that. Okay, this must be it because it's yeah, this is definitely the video about that.
Culture shit is so fucking weird. You know, and of course, keep in mind,
Culture
in
shock,
countries
dude.
like in South Korea, in Japan, it's idol culture.
Remember when he used to use his Xbox to watch YouTube videos?
The idol culture is the second most profitable. The first is Samsung, and then it's idol culture. It's like, what the fuck? This is weird, just very bizarre, like, worship.
Oh my god.
Not half fulfilling in your own.
This is.
Have you ever wondered why
kind of
top
funny
animation sometimes feels better? Some of you out there are going to immediately disagree, but think of it this way. Animation is not as simple as the frame rate of a video game. Your average video game is usually between 24 frames a second and 60 frames a second, but games will usually try to keep it consistent. If the game is optimized, it's always going to try and be 24 FPS, 30 FPS, 60 FPS, whatever. It stays a consistent, solid number of frames per second. But animation changes frame rate all the time without you noticing. On average, animation tends to be at a maximum of 24 frames a second, but it's rare for animation to even be at 24 frames a second the whole time. Usually it'll be half of that at 12 frames a second, and even drop down to FPS or even 6.
Oh, I bet he'd never watched Fooly Cooly. He doesn't know what the fuck this is. He's like, what?
He's referring to how many frames the drawing is held for.
And we just learned that, what was it, last week? How animators try to be creative and artistic by changing those, and it's messed up when you have these AIs remastering everything in like full 60 frames and it ruins the artistic integrity.
Oh, it was another video that talked about it. So yeah, like he's watching this and he's like, oh yeah, wow. I mean, the guy does talk about like gameplay stuff is a little different, but that's like, you know, whatever. But when you're playing a game and that's designed around something, that's also different too. Like it is a loaded topic, if you will. What? Was that Here's the War guy?
The answer is clear there. She says, how important are graphics to you? Would you rather a
Okay, I'm not watching this. I mean, that's like fucking baby brain question right there. And now we get to this. Now this I feel could be its own video. Because this is you know, I could do another like what he did in the last video. But this shows how little DSP like cares about his audience and how little he thinks of them. Like, I've never seen anyone who like makes videos or has a channel like has this much disdain for their audience in such a goofy way. Like, and this may also get not super political. I don't think this is gonna be a hot take, but like he starts talking a lot about this like phenomenon of like people in school, they don't know how to read or whatever, and I've seen the same discourse as well about it, like how there's like a literacy crisis going on, etc., etc. I think I think these are very like systematic issues that are very like that. because we don't really fund our education all that well. Like, we keep defunding it. We all this other shit. Like, it's a deep seated problem. Like, there's a huge issue that who knows if that how to like remedy that. You don't need to talk about the solutions here, but that's kind of what people are talking about when they bring this up. But you have people like DSP who will just like kind of have a very like odd take, and that's kind of gets thrown into this, which is very funny. And so I'm just gonna say as a warning, like that's when he talks about it, it's like it's a much more deeper problem that's like a little beyond his scope of understanding. You know what I'm saying?
And I totally get the appeal of that, except the 2 times I played it, all I got were complaints.
Now he's talking about
Everyone
Mugenics,
said
by
this
the
game
way.
is boring as dirt, and I'm like, did you never play a grid-based RPG before? Like, it's actually very tactical, very strategic.
By the way, he was hyping the fuck up playing the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster last year, and then he never played it. He never did. He played Fire Emblem Three Houses, I thought that was a successful stream, if you ask me. But that also had a lot of drama attached to it as well. Man, I cannot wait for the next Fire Emblem game. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about it now. Damn.
You have to think. Do you see the pattern?
You gotta think.
What I'm saying? Gee, Slay the Spire 2, very cerebral, very tactical.
I mean, it's just funny, like, he's talking about this, and you would think naturally, the normal human response would be like, yeah, I like these, like, turn-based RPGs, but I just don't think it's, like, I don't think these are easy games to stream, because, I think a lot of people just, like, I don't know, like, it's weird. He had a good point before when he would talk about it. It's like, oh, you guys don't seem to like these turn-based RPGs or slow-moving games, which it's a fine statement to have. I mean, you can think that all you want, but for some reason, this podcast, it's like he realized he had nothing else to talk about, so he was like, I'm just gonna crash out randomly. Why not? Why not?
You have to think and plan out your deck and your moves. Oh, look, Mugenics, you have to think and plan out your attacks on a grid. People, oh, I can't handle it. My brain's melting. It's coming out of my ears because I have the IQ of a bunny rabbit. You know? So
Now, again, like, this is the guy that got mad at Neil Druckmann for making that tweet about, like, calling people bigots or whatever the fuck, and it's like, you can argue, well, he was talking to the people who are bigots, because if you're not, then you shouldn't be upset with what he said, Like, that logic. And whatever. I mean, we don't talk about Neil, but you know what? You get the point. And DSP like joins in that hate of like, I can't believe Neil did this, but he does that mentality a lot. Like he abuses that like sentiment more than anyone on the planet of like, I'm gonna insult the viewer, but I'm talking about the viewers that are actually this. If you're not that, you shouldn't be mad. Like that, like he abuses that so much to the point where it's like it kind of wears away any leniency. Like if you watch ESP long enough, it's like it's gonna get to the point where you're like, okay, fuck you, man. Like I'm watching your content and you're telling me that I'm a fucking idiot. Fuck you. Like because he does it all the time. Like, if he does it once, if he does it, like, once a year, once every 10 years, like, whatever. But he does it every time. He wants to talk about, like, how people receive his streams. And it's like, this isn't, like, a constructive way to talk about your content.
well, not me. I like it. But I don't know what to tell you. It's not like I'm sitting here silently playing and not talking. I'm narrating everything I'm doing. I'm talking about my thought process. I'm trying to interact with the chat when I play it. And half the people are like, what is this? Oh, there's no sparkly.
Okay, I'm gonna be... let's just find Slay the Spire. I'm gonna type Slay the Spire 2 stream. We're just gonna go to a random stream, guys. Let's fucking go. Frost Prime is streaming it. Big patch day, guys. Big patch day. Can I like go to a gameplay? I don't want to like listen to this part. I want to watch him play the game. Okay? I want to see him play the actual game.
busted, isn't it?
All right, what are we doing? What is the thing behind him?
Wow, it's so good. I still love Dirge. Dirge is my favorite. Yep.
Oh my god, he's playing so fast. Okay, that's his gameplay of Slay the Spire. Let's go to DSP Gaming's content of Slay the Spire. Oh yeah, he crashed out about Crimson Desert. His favorite game. We're gonna go to this. This is like the 10th part. He should be good at this game. He should love this game.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Slay the Spire.
Welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Okay, let's player turn. Yeah, we'll go to a player turn segment. Hmm.
There you go. It's a good first turn. All right.
Okay, we already see the difference. Like this dude. Okay, player turn forward. Bam, bam. Oh man, he's just shooting it off.
Friendship or borrowed time?
Dude, this dude's playing one-handed.
Probably borrowed time for now. I mean, but it does not give me a lot for the amount of Doom it gives. Holy shit. 6 Doom, man. That's crazy.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Okay, so see, now, this is him thinking. Dude, his chat's freaking out. Look, they're saying, this is boring. Oh my god. Oh, 6 Doom is heavy. That card gets 6 big Dooms.
Imagine we
Doom!
get the upgrades we
Doom!
want right now. Oops, I clicked the wrong one.
Okay, that was kind of a funny chat post. Yeah, like...
I'm nerfing my attack damage. The boot's gonna...
Okay, see, this guy's already, like, kind of moving on, whatever. This guy... Okay, turn 2.
150. The first time Ceremonial Beast HP reaches 150, he becomes stunned and loses all strength. Okay.
Oh my god, dude. This camera angle, it's giving me the same vibe when he used to have his camera, like, dead like in front of him when he used to be like this. Remember when it was like this and he was just like playing Street Fighter and it looked very fucking like he had the Kubrick stare going on. That's what this is giving me. Like, dude, this makes his head look so big. He looks like his head is like bigger than his body, and it's like, oh my god. What's that show called? Yeah, I can't remember. It's like I don't say it's Anaconda, but it's that show that was part, like, when you go see the Digimon movie, like, they play that stupid short of that character. Like, it's like that almost. Like, I don't know if that's no, better yet, the George Lopez show. The George Lopez show, where they would do a flashback, would just have, like, kids' bodies and, like, big heads of, like, the adult actors, like, superimposed. It was very weird and, like, weird. That's what this looks like. It's so weird. It just looks so off-putting. It just looks like his head's like right in your face. Like he's just like doing this.
Poke. Boink.
But this is his gameplay. And he just looks so like, this is really good. He has a very unfortunate face. Like he lost the lottery on his face.
sparklies. There's no explosions.
And
There's
of course, he has to be negative to his audience. Where's the sparklies? This is that like. Was anyone saying that in his chat? I fucking doubt it.
no one dying constantly. They can't handle it. They can't.
But you can dot whatever.
You know what? I was talking to my wife about this last night. Isn't it funny that no one reads anymore? Like when I was a kid.
This is so funny coming from him when he struggles to read every day. Secondly, he told us before, I don't have time to read. I don't have time to read, guys. I'm streaming every day. And now he's like, oh, isn't it funny that nobody reads? Okay.
My dad would constantly read to me. And I would see him reading in a book, and I would learn how to read words by actually seeing him read the words in a book, and then I would associate that word with that sound and that meaning, and then
Oh my god, this is like annoying. I would listen to my dad read, and then I would associate like what? I don't know, like do you remember how you learned how to read? Do you know how you learned how to read? Like, I don't think anyone honestly would remember. I mean, do you remember how you learned to talk? I mean, the most you probably would remember is your mom be like, say mommy, say mom, say daddy, you know, whatever. That's probably the only thing you would remember. I don't know. I mean, come on. And he's like saying, yeah, I would associate this. Like, you're just describing how to read, but like whatever, okay.
and then I learned how to read from watching my dad read to me. And then I would go to school, and I already had a one-up on all the kids in school who some of them were starting at level 0 and had no idea how to read at all. Okay? It's like that level of intelligence is just lost on people. Did you know we have people who are graduating from high school who don't read?
Don't read or don't know how to read? That's the question. I mean, like, you know, some of the posts I've seen talking about this crisis or whatever is just that they're just teaching them, like, to assume the context or whatever the fuck when they read stuff. Like, it's not great. But again, like, you know, the other issue is that just people can't have time. I mean, the cost of living is way different than it was back in the 90s. Crazy, right? So, like, of course, like, parents may not have enough time to spend with their kid because they need to make money to pay for the bills and pay for food and all this other shit. Like, again, like as I said in the beginning, like this is a very systemic issue that's like a bigger issue or a part of a bigger problem and all this other stuff. And he's sitting there like as if like, you know, nothing changed over the decades. Like when he was a kid, the world was a different place back then. Like you just have to understand that things change a lot over time. Like you think in 10 years the people growing up is gonna be the same as the people who grew up in 2000? No, come on.
I'm not shitting you. People are graduating from fucking high school and can't read. That's the level of intelligence we have on Earth today with humans. Yet now we want AI to do everything for us. Does that sound like a good idea? So when I try to stream an intelligent game and half the audience is acting like they're having a brain aneurysm, I think I understand what's going on. It's kind of messed up how bad society has become.
Whoa.
You know?
Society.
So anyway,
Ugh, society.
I am absolutely positively loving all the games we're playing.
Like again, we were talking. He's talking about his audience, then talks about this like irrelevant thing that's going on in society about people who are watching his streams. Like, come on. Come on, dog.
Sucks that some of them aren't clicking with the audience right now, and there's not much that I can really do about it, right? I can't make you like a genre you don't like. I can't make you understand that I'm going to try to play more indie games on this channel and to get used to it. All I can do is say, hey, I'm going to do my best to make these playthroughs entertaining. I'm going to tough it out if they're not always doing well. And hopefully, long-term, we can convince people that these games are good and you should give it a try and stop being so damn close-minded, because that's exactly what happened last year with Blueprints. Oh my god, all you're doing is wandering through the same rooms over and over, and this is so boring and repetitive. Like,
because,
yeah, but do you not understand?
But the issue is that, like, he makes the game boring. He's making the game boring. He's the one hosting the stream. He has the game be the central focus of his content. If the game is boring, his streams are boring. Like, he even talked about, like, oh, well, there's no, like, AAA games, man. Then Resident Evil 9 comes out, oh my god, guys, finally, AAA game, oh my god, finally, we're gonna have some fun on the streams. And it doesn't really help when he keeps saying that all these indie games and all these games that he's playing are just filler games. Like, it doesn't really, like, make me excited if the person that I'm watching is saying, okay, guys, we're doing some filler content. Like, you think that's exciting? It's like, you go, like, Martin Scorsese announces his next movie. He's like, okay, guys, this is a filler movie. I'm just not doing anything right now, so this is a filler movie. Like, you think people are gonna be like, oh, fuck yeah, Martin Scorsese filler, baby? Like, they're gonna be bored. Come on, dog.
Not understand that every time we play, there's a new puzzle we're solving. There's a new overarching thing that we're doing. We're unlocking a new content, a new room, a new piece of, what? It's all the same. No, it's not. It's just that you don't have an attention span faster than, say, 5 minutes, longer than 5 minutes.
But again, he had to be, like, kind of, like, forced to play Blueprints, because if I remember correctly, I don't think he initially intended to play that game. But whatever, I don't care.
You can't stand to stare at a game and actually have to think. You want explosions. You want.
But he says this, but people had to like force him to even play Mugenics. Like, go back to when Mugenics released. He was like, it looks stupid. Oh, the fucking cartoons are ugly. It's stupid. Oh my god. And he decided to play Chrysal because it was pretty. Like, literally, that's why he played Chrysal. And he shits on, like, Romeo's a Dead Man for, oh, well, Suda51 always does crass humor, even though, like, there's more to his fucking games than that. I mean, and this guy is sitting like, oh, well, people just don't give games chances anymore, guys. They're fucking stupid. Dude, you fucking shot Mugenics, and now you're like, oh, well, actually, Mugenics is pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty based. But I thought you said it was stupid, and now he's mocking other people for having preconceived notions. It is insane how much he does the things he mocks people for doing.
Combat, you want me swearing and raging? Well, that's not going to be every game, okay? So, let's see how it goes.
You want me swearing and raging every game?
Playing these games,
okay.
But what we have to gauge, if there's other things going on that people would like to see more, we maybe have to adjust down the fly, and that's okay. But I would like to keep going with Slay the Spire 2. At least I want to play with all 5 characters and maybe play another run and see the other variables. It is an early access, so very well it could be that within another week or two, we've done everything in the game at this point, and we're like, yeah, we move on. And that's okay. We come back later when there's more characters, because right now there's 5, but apparently there's supposed to be 12 total. So I'd be down for going back when there's, more people who are engaged and maybe the game has more content. The other thing is, there's more than enough to do. Outside of everything I've just described, there's one other game we're playing, Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is still insanely rage-inducing because the online play is fucking terrible. Lagging, dropping of inputs, it's infuriating. Okay?
Infuriating.
A lot of people don't seem to understand that it's not necessarily the game that drives me nuts, it's the fact that you can't really play the game well because they've designed it so poorly.
So it's the game.
I'm speaking fact.
People think it's the game, but it's the game.
The game is a piece of dog shit online, okay? So, I do my best to play Street Fighter 6. When I do, usually people show up, engage, and support. Almost always. All right, it's not every stream, but most streams do really well.
I thought we liked the rage.
Like to see me struggle and rage.
Whatever.
Some people like to see me overcome, okay?
Why does he overcome and
go
to Grandmaster?
Next week. In fact, we're at 3-star Diamond rank with Alex, the new character. Obviously, I want to play.
Okay, we don't need to.
Desert has action. You'll also get it there.
Oh yeah, we definitely got that from Crimson Desert.
That you guys will be here next week as we continue with Dragon Quest. For example, like I said, there is Life is Strange, and we may or may not play that, depending on if you guys want it or not. Cheney did a $2 Canadian Super Chat. Says, what are your top 5 favorite books?
This is disgusting. Get ready. This is what a true fan of books would say.
No lie. I would probably say, and I know this is cliche, probably the Lord of the Rings trilogy. probably is my favorite trilogy of books, and I would probably say out of the three, Return of the King is my favorite book of the three.
Because it ends the story.
I would probably say real Jurassic Park, not the movie, but the actual book by Michael Crichton is super duper freaking good.
Super duper
It's
freaking
actually
good.
much better than the movie and has a lot of missing content that wasn't.
This is funny to me. Like, I know what he means, but it just rubs me the wrong way when he talks about a book like this. The book has a lot of the missing content from the movie. Like, the book came before the movie. Like, the way it sounds like that, like, the book was like the deleted scenes cut of the movie. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, I know what he means, but again, like, it rubs me the wrong way to hear it be talked like this, right? Am I crazy? Am I alone in that?
Wasn't in the movie. That makes it a much more complete experience. Actually, it makes it way more scary, like a horror movie. I remember before the movies, okay, I actually really liked reading the original Da Vinci Code book. And there was a couple sequels that were made that I read, like the one was a prequel, and I liked those too. What was it? Dan Brown, is that the writer? I liked those. Probably the first 2 to 3 Game of Thrones actual books by George R.R. Martin are masterpieces. But after the first 3 to 4 books, it just goes into the toilet.
Wow,
it's a shame.
what a
It feels
take.
like a series that had such potential, and then you can tell the author lost interest and just didn't care anymore and was writing slop and then stopped writing.
Writing slop. They
let's
stopped
see.
writing. What is he writing? Nothing.
I'm trying to think, like, if there's any other books that I read that really stand out amongst the pack besides those. Oh, I know. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That series was hilarious. British wit.
British
really
wit.
Witty, interesting stuff. Good.
Like, look how he talks about these books. It's just buzzwords. Witty, funny, super duper freaking good, horror style. Like, whatever. I mean, but it's just funny to me that every book he listed were all made into movies. All of them. Like, he gets into other books, I think, as well, that weren't made into movies yet or whatever the fuck. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, because, it's like that, like, for instance, someone may like Dragon Ball Z and that might be their top favorite anime, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a normie either. Like, they could have watched 1,000 animes or a lot of animes and they could still come to the conclusion that Dragon Ball Z is their favorite. Like, that doesn't, it's not the same. But there are a lot of normies that are like, oh, I like Dragon Ball Z because, like, it's straight, but it's all like, neither here nor there, dude.
Good humor, dry humor, sarcastic humor.
But it's like,
stuff.
people like these, you just can't, like, you don't know where they're coming from with
like
these
that
takes.
Series, and I read them all. I read the entire series. What was his name? Darn.
I don't care about him thinking about authors' names. Okay.
Necessarily individual books, but some of those were series because they're all good. But, like, I would say, definitely Return of the King was my favorite of the Lord of the Rings.
But this is just him, like, trying to, like, because he probably knew he was, like being stupid earlier about shitting on people's ability to read. So he's like, oh yeah, they're gonna question my literacy. Well, I read books, guys.
Series, and I would say
now eat shit.
Out of the Douglas Adams books, there's a lot of, they're all good. Probably The Diner at the Edge of the Universe is probably the best one, I think. And The Diner at the Edge of the Galaxy, that's what it's called. There you go.
There you go. And there you go. He likes the Cliff Notes version.
By the way, what's hilarious is people are going to be like, I didn't know that you read 5 books. That was the joke. We thought you weren't going to be able to name 5.
I love, like, that's the joke. What if that person was genuinely curious? See how much he cares about other people's opinions that don't like him? Like, he cares more about his haters' opinion of him than his own fans. That's based.
Books. Oh, I used to read all the time. I actually read a lot of Michael Crichton's books. Like Timeline was actually super good book, terrible movie. Again, the books using the source materials for movies are way better than the movies that come out.
Whoa, wait, guys, you're telling me the book is better than the movie? I've never heard that before. I'm just hearing this right now for the first time ever. I was born just 5 minutes ago.
The book is like this brutal, gritty messed up storyline.
Crazy, I
that's
know.
gripping as hell, like super suspenseful, great writing.
Do you
Then
guys think he's
movies
gonna
are
have
dog
the
shit,
other hot
you know?
take that video games are better than
Oh, yeah,
the
Andromeda
video
Strain,
game
that's a great
adaptation?
book. Hell yeah. See, now people are reminding me of all the books that I used to read back in the day
Oh
that were
yeah,
super good.
I love all the books I've read. The chat had to remind him the books he loved. Ah, yes.
Yeah. But anyway, I just find that funny because people thought I didn't read 5 books. I probably read more books than most of you.
But no. Here's the thing, though. You know, he read that in his lifetime. What about right now? What did he read in the last year? Road signs? Is that what he read? He read road signs. He read a stop sign, a yield sign, do not enter sign, one-way sign, road signs. That's what he reads. That's more his speed. Like, I love he's like, yeah, you guys think I didn't read it? It's like if I started listing off all the books that my school made me read. Oh yeah, guys. I read books. The Crucible, The Great Gatsby, Huckleberry Finn. Yeah, guys, I read.
That's the truth.
That's
So,
the truth.
2 a.m., how you doing? $5 super chat. He says, what are your thoughts on water desalinization? I believe it will become more and more important in the future with the way the environment is changing.
What?
What do you mean? Like taking salt out of water so we have more drinkable water? I'm not a scientist. I don't know much about it.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know much about it, but that's the process of taking salt out of water. So you're saying that we should take the water out of the... Well, I don't know, man. I'm not a scientist. So you don't have an opinion on like the possibility that we may run out of drinking water? You ever think about that? No. Why would he think about that? He's a gamer. Blech.
There we go.
He needs a game to tell him that. Tell him what to think.
So now Rich did another super chat. He says the top 5 that haven't been adapted into media. That's a stupid question because most good books are adapted into media.
Stupid question. Most good books are adapted into media. Like, how little do you respect the medium when you only base the quality of it if it gets adapted? Like that is pure like disrespect on the medium. Like, dude, come on. Yeah, come on. There's no good book that exists that didn't get adapted. Like, really?
Like, I could go back and be like, yeah, I remember when I read Oliver Twist in high school. I really liked that book too. But guess what? It's been made into a movie 10 times, right? So that's just a dumb question. Thanks for the super chat, though.
Okay, but you realize that there are books that did not get adapted that exist, correct? Oh my god, this dude, man.
All
Fuck
right.
reading Sire.
So anyway, that's what's currently
That kinda
going on
got
with
me.
games. Now, what
Fuck
else is
reading
going on?
Sire.
Well, this week we opted to not do a DSP
So you can't
Tries
name
It, and
any.
some
Well,
people are like,
that's it for that.
Not used to that. Because the thing is, we've been doing a weekly DSP Tries It for a very long time. All right, if you
I'm not listening to the DSP Tries It
let's
bullshit.
find out things we really want to do rather than
I don't care about fucking him eating food.
there haven't been a lot of great,
Oh my god, food, guys.
right? Shake
Right?
Shack's barbecue menu.
Shake Shack.
The question is, what to do next? And
The question is, you should try
the new
Bleach.
Whopper is literally the new Whopper is the reason he's taste testing.
Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna say this. I fucking hate Tim Hortons. I'm never gonna have that coffee. I will never try it. This dude tainted that brand and poisoned it for me. I'm so annoyed. Like, this is stupid. I'll be real and I'll say it's a stupid thing. But dude, every time he comes back from break, he's like, "Oh wait, I get my Tim Hortons. Ah, tasty Tim Hortons." It's like, fuck this coffee, dude. Fuck this coffee. Go bankrupt. I hope Tim Hortons gets bankrupt. And if it's Canadian, Trump should put 100% tariffs just on Tim Hortons. Just fucking nuke that fucking brand out of here. I'm being very toxic to Tim Horton, and for all I know, they could be cool people. But I'm sorry, DSP ruined your brand. You should be blacklisted for the brand. But dude, this is every day listening about Tim Hortons fucking propaganda from this guy. Like, I'm tired of it.
things, and some people got it, and it still comes in the paper anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh, the new opera that looks exactly. Someone tipped $2 says, did you avoid a non-adaptation book question because you've not read enough of them? No, it's because most of the good books I've read always are adapted.
Yeah,
Almost
why would he look for books that didn't get adapted? Like, this is exactly how DSP views any media. If it's not popular, if there's no discourse behind it, or anything, he will not give a fuck about it. Like, this is why the whole kick on, I'm playing indie games, is bullshit. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about anything. During the fucking indie night streams, people were like, check this game out. I don't know. This looks stupid. And like, he looked at Damon and Baby, and was like, Damon and Baby. Oh my god. And he mocked Daisuke Shotari for saying, I just wanted to make this game or whatever the fuck. And like, oh yeah, I made him do it. It's like, so you have no opinion on the game. Like, and it showed the gameplay of it. And there's also like a shorter trailer he could have watched, which he didn't. He watched like the announcement trailer, which is like, and he had nothing to say. Nothing to say except there was no demo. Like, this dude has no, like, opinion in anything. And is guided like a fucking sheep to slop. And this dude is like, yeah, these other people are fucking sheep. Yeah, dude, you're one too. You're one of the flock.
In fact, it's harder for me to think of good books that I've read that were not adapted because they almost always have been made into movies or whatever, if they had a following as a book. That happens every time.
But you didn't read any books. You're talking about books you've read, like, in your lifetime. What about recently? Does he think that books have stopped releasing? Nobody's making books, guys. Books don't exist.
Here. So someone tipped $4 says, I don't know if Crimson Desert will be your kind of game. People are saying it's 100-hour.
It's so funny. It's so funny that during this, everyone was like hand-holding him and trying to calm him down about the game and all his other shit. He plays the game, rage quits, and says, this game is garbage! Even though people are like, I don't think it's your kind of game, dog. And he's like, and he took it, like, it's insane. I wonder what he's going to say.
The game apparently doesn't explain anything and has no story. Well, let's see.
Let's see.
Like, here's the truth. If the game loop is interesting, if we start playing and we're exploring and we're discovering all kinds of new interesting things and challenges, and you know what I mean? It might be fun, even if there is no direct storyline or whatever. It might still be good. Again, all I want to say is let's relax and let's chill and let's enjoy it at face value. Let's not preconceive it. Let's not
preconceive it, guys.
How can I say? Let's not try to demand anything from it. Let's just play it and enjoy it today. Let's treat it.
Let's not demand anything from it. This game should have better combat. I should have to grind to get abilities.
As a big experiment. That's why I cleared my day to do it. Right? Let's see how it goes.
It's an experiment.
Okay?
I love that it's an experiment, and the experiment basically did not work because the game sucks. And this dude acted as if the game devs like locked him in his room and said you cannot leave until you finish your job or whatever the fuck. Like, he got so butthurt about this game. They're like, oh, because of them I have to stay extra. Fucking idiots. And it's like, you made the schedule, dude. You chose to be here. And this is the same guy that's like, I don't have to play games day one.
I received a $5 tip. This is our first tip animation of the day. And this person says, I'd like to stay anonymous. Kudos to you for changing your schedule around so now we can have maximum Crimson Desert coverage. I'm on the fence about it. I'm looking forward to watching your coverage.
Kudos to you, Phil. I love you.
Today. Let's get through. Also, Greg did a $2 super chat. He says, sorry for being too regarded for turn-based. Well, first of all, you can say retarded. There's nothing.
This is so dumb. This is so dumb. But, like, he doesn't think that maybe he typed that in because either, he may not want to be auto-banned, or maybe he doesn't like the slur and he wants to censor it so he can, like, not say the slur. You know what a slur is, right, Philip? You know what that means? You know what a slur is?
There's nothing wrong with that word.
Nothing wrong.
Being honest with you, there's not.
He should go outside and tell people that and see what they say to him.
All it means is that, essentially, like, for example, when you talk about something that's flame retardant.
Look, okay. Here's a little tip, little tippity tip. If the word isn't so bad, why are you just not giving the actual definition in the way you use the term? You're not saying it to talk about flame retardant, dumb fuck. You're using it in an insulting way to question someone's intelligence, which is part of a disability sometimes. And this dude is like, it's not a bad word, flame retardant. So, like, that alone tells you he knows why it's a bad word, but he's being a fucking smartass about it. This is behavior that a child would do if a teacher called him out, and he's like, teacher, did you know that it's actually flame? The teacher would be like, shut the fuck up, I know what you meant. Go to whatever your school does to punish you. Like, my school did this thing called, like, critical thinking center. You would be like, you would sit at a desk and then you would write down what you did, write about how bad you feel about it, whatever, and then, like, they give you, like, either a detention, suspension, whatever, like, or they'll just say that's good enough or whatever. Like, that's what they did. And this dude is sitting there like, oh yeah, man, like, flame retardant. Like, it's a bad word if you're just dancing around the definition, dumb fuck. Come on. And, like, I just love he says this as when he was on Twitch. He was like, I should not have said that. That's a bad word. Why do you think it's a bad word, Phil? It's not, like, it's so clear. He has no understanding or willingness to understand why that word may be offensive to people. Instead, he confuses it with being afraid. That, yeah, saying the R slur is bad because people are afraid of the word. That's not why people are offended, dumb fuck. Being offended isn't the same as being afraid. Being offended is in the sense of you're using something that they're born with against them in a derogatory manner. If you don't want to be such a bad person or a shitty person, you may not want to use something that is being a derogatory word at someone else's expense. Like, come on.
What does it mean?
What does it
mean?
mean?
Something is not easy to catch fire. It actually kind of prevents fire. It slows down fire.
And then look at his face! You just know he knows why it's a bad word, but it's like being like a fucking smartass. Again, this shit, like, teachers would probably, like, put you in a timeout or whatever the fuck. At home, your mom's gonna slap you across the face. They're like, okay, dumb fuck, piece of shit. You know why it's bad.
That's the word. It's not offensive.
Again, it's just a word. It's just a word. He gives you a non sequitur or whatever the fuck on the definition. That's not what he uses the word for, and then says, yeah, it's nothing. What about the other definition? You know that words have multiple definitions depending on how it's used, correct? Like, come on. Like, as I said, I'm not gonna police people on what words they use, like, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, it is a slur. Like, people can understand it as a slur. Now, you may say, well, it's, I don't think it's that bad of a slur because, like, this, that, whatever. But if people just generally don't want to use it because they think of it as a slur and they don't want to use it in a derogatory way, whatever, that's their prerogative. And this dude is like, you don't have to be scared to say it, guys. It's fine. Like, what if they don't want to, dumb fuck? It is, like, far weirder when people get, like, very insecure about you not wanting to use a word that's a slur. Like, that to me is a little bit, it's way weirder than people are like, you shouldn't use that word because it's offensive. Like, that is at least, like, I can understand. That I can understand. When I'm like, I don't want to use it, I'm like, you should use it, come on, man. It's like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, let me use the words I want to use.
Okay, it's not. Humans are dumb, and they take the most inoffensive, nonsensical words, and they make them offensive because they're silly snowflakes who just want to be offended by everything because they're bored.
But they're not offended by everything. That's the case. Then when they say every word's offensive, when they say, oh, stupid is offensive, that's a slur. But they haven't done that. They did not ban stupid, dumb fuck, stupid ass, stupid fuck, dumb ass, stupid ass, whatever the fuck. These words are not banned or shunned in any way. But the R word is because they said this is a slur. And look, if you don't want to use it, they don't want to use it. This dude's like, oh well, they're just saying it's offensive. This is the guy that when he talks about his fucking gout, he's like, so I can't have shrimp because my blood will turn into crystals, and then my foot will like ache and pain and hurt, and my blood condition, my hereditary blood condition, blood disease. It's like, say gout. Say gout. Say it. Say the G word. And this dude is sitting there like, oh, yeah, these people are fucking snowflakes. He's saying this about people who are talking about an actual slur, as this guy is afraid to say gout, which is just a disorder or disease or whatever. This guy can't say gout, but God forbid you want to say, hey, you want to pump the brakes on using slurs. And and if it's not such a bad word, why does he focus on one definition of it? And then the other times he was like, well, it means to slow down or whatever the fuck. And it's like, you know why it's bad. You know why. If you didn't, you wouldn't be doing this act of, you know that retard means flame retardant? Do you know this? Do you know that? Like, you know it's bad if you're dancing around it like that, stupid.
To repeat what I just said. People get offended all the time because they're bored.
Yeah.
They have nothing to fucking do. If they actually had things around them that were like dangerous.
This is such a boomer-coded fucking bullshit. And he's going over this by people simply saying that the R word is a slur and that people shouldn't use it. Like, I don't think it's crazy for people to come to that conclusion over one word and how it's being used. Then like he's acting as if like these people, as if a group of people are saying, well, you can't say stupid, you can't say dumb, and it's like that's not what they're even saying. Secondly, like what is wrong with wanting people to just not be offensive all the time? Like sometimes, you know, people may want people to not be offensive half the time. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if you have to, that's one thing. But, you know, maybe you don't need to say slurs. And this dude is, like, getting buttered about it. It's like, oh, well, these people are just fucking snowflakes for not wanting to say the R slur. Like, okay.
Dangerous or risky, or if they had any kind of stress or strife in their lives, they wouldn't be scared by fucking words.
They're not scared by words. They're saying that it's offensive because it puts them down because people are using their disability as an insult. You don't think that's a little, like, demoralizing or problematic or just in general shitty to do to people? Like, you know, like why can't you say gout, Phil? Why every time we talk about it you have to bring up your blood crystals and your blood condition? Why can't you just say, oh, I can't have red meat because of gout? Like, if you're gonna like say that word policing is stupid, why do you word police gout?
Okay? You're only scared by a word because you're.
And this is also the same guy that's like, I cannot have automated messages because then people are gonna type the N-word. People are gonna do this. But you're giving power to the words, Phil, if you don't automate your leaderboard.
Life is too insulated and boring. Period. Okay? When you give power to a word and claim that it's offensive, it means that you're a simpleton.
No, but
Okay?
this is
Just saying that.
this is dumb because words in general have meaning. How do you think people have conversations? Like Crimson Desert is cringe, we won Dragon Quest. These are a collection of words that mean something that you can understand what they're talking about. Like words in nature have power because that's how you communicate. And this is really stupid. It's not a good talking point when you really start to like think above a level 1 position.
So there's nothing wrong with the word retarded because it actually has a meaning. And if you use it properly, it's not offensive. All right?
Okay, well, in that logic, if you're using it properly, then it's not offensive. Okay. Well, you've been calling everyone retarded. Are they all like mattresses? Is your audience a bunch of flame retardant people? Because they're not. Nobody is flame retardant. You're not born flame retardant. So him saying retarded and saying, oh, I mean flame retardant is like, that's not how you use it. So are you stupid then? Maybe that's what it is. He's an actual dumb fuck with no brain if he thinks everyone is flame retardant. Like this is the dumbest argument. Like he would be way better off of just admitting, yeah, it's a slur, but I don't think it should that it's as bad or that it should be held in that regard or whatever. Because there's a lot of people that would actually share that same sentiment if he looked hard enough. But there's also enough people who disagree with that sentiment, and that's how it's always gonna be. And at the end of the day, whatever. The only reason why people give him shit for saying retarded is simply because he made such a big deal. Like, yeah, guys, words have meaning. I learned when I grew up as a content creator that words have meaning and they can be offensive to people. All this bullshit. And now he's just saying retarded, retarded, retarded. And then he's like, whoa, Phil, don't you think that's fucked up? And he's like, it's just a word. So all these other fucking podcasts and pre-streams of him saying, I understand that words can hurt people is all bullshit. Again, this guy believes in nothing. He believes in nothing.
All right? Now,
right?
If you're saying you're mentally slow and that's why you don't like games that have to make you think, I'm sorry to hear that. Really, I am.
What?
I'm actually very sorry to hear that. Because I love games that make me think.
What?
Games that have to make you think because it actually has a meaning. And if you use it properly, it's not offensive. All right? Now, if you're saying you're mentally slow and that's why you don't like games that have to make you think.
I don't. Because he's talking about the meaning of the R word, dude. And then he transitioned that into talking about, like, the game again. Like, it's like he knew what he was saying is kind of stupid, and he's trying to pivot back to talking about the game and his streams. But he did it all on his own.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Whatever.
Really, I am. I'm actually very sorry to hear that.
But that's how oh my god, dude, like, this is such a fucking child. I just realized what he was doing, kind of. Because this is just him, like, making him feel bad for interpreting that as like, oh, so you think I'm talking about your mental abilities? Oh, whatever. It's like this dude is like 40 something years old, and he's talking to you like he's a child. Like, this is like a comeback a child would do. And I think that they're so smart. Oh, I got you thinking like this. Like, fucking go change your diaper.
Because I love games that make me think. Like some of the better playthroughs that I think
Oh
I've done
yeah,
over the years.
he loves games that make him think. Look how he played Inside. Let's watch his Inside review. I love his Inside review. His Inside review is pretty based. KO Gaming. Okay, this is bullshit. I got like Crimson Desert. That should not have happened. That classic returns.
What is going on, everyone? Phil here for KO Gaming, and welcome to my review of Inside. From just going from point A to this game's butt, some going as far to giving it pure games that don't explain their stories or don't have a coherent story. The bottom line is, we've seen in the past couple of years that indie games can have fun and coherent stories. Just take a look at games like Undertale.
Wait, I thought DSP never played indie games before. How did he do this?
One of the most
Whoa.
recent and most successful indie games that has a crazy good story.
Crazy.
Much better than stories from most AAA.
He never did this in the Genocide run. He never did it. He never did.
mainstream games. So there's absolutely no excuse. And I hate to say it, but it was Limbo back in 2010, and to some extent, it was actually Journey back in 2012. Two indie games that had great visuals, unique gameplay, but the stories weren't coherent, and they never were fully explained in these games. And everyone just said, well, they're so artsy, and they're so unique and different, we're just gonna forgive all of that and say, well, they're still amazing games, Game of the Year contenders. And I said, absolutely not. In order to have a successful game, gameplay is certainly part of it, but in this day and age, if you want to have a
Like, he is going on this rant because Inside didn't explain the ending to him. And he's mad that these other games have very, like, cerebral stories that is being told through the environments, the visuals, the experience, all this stuff. Getting butthurt about it, and this dude's like, I love thinking, I love art. What the fuck? This game doesn't tell me the ending?
Here's, for example, the game Soma. Okay, this is a game from the
Oh
makers
my
of
god.
Amnesia.
Soma.
And when Soma came,
Let me guess, Soma like gives you a story and explains it to you, right? Through the dialogue.
I loved it, but everyone criticized it and said, "Oh, it was too boring" or whatever. I was like, "Well, did you think about the actual topic of the game? That basically what
Do you think maybe it's not fun to watch someone play a walking sim? Like again, Soma came out at the pinnacle of people shitting on walking sims. By the way, like this is like the beginning of the fatigue because there was like Gone Home, Soma. Then there was got everybody gone to the rapture. All these fucking games that are like, oh, just walk around and stuff happens.
is life? What is sentience? If someone
What
were to
is
copy
life?
your consciousness and make an AI clone of you, is that clone alive? Is that clone really you living on? If you
These are kind of passe ideas because so many things have done that. Like Batman the Animated Series, his favorite show, had that episode, his Silicon Soul or whatever the fuck, the one where it had that Batman clone. Like that is like the same kind of concept.
you were to die? Is there an afterlife? Is there a soul? Is there the human condition? The fact we're all going to die someday. I'm playing this game, and this game is making me think of all these insanely, deep, big-brained issues. Most people playing the game are like, "Where's the monsters? I don't get it. There's no monsters every 5 seconds. No, stupid. You're supposed to
Again,
think
why are you crashing out about this? Again, he got buttered about Journey not having a story and Inside not explaining the end or whatever. And people who didn't like some of the it's just not their game. You realize that not every game is made for everyone, and people are gonna just say, "Oh, this game is stupid because it's not my kind of game."
think when you play this game. You're supposed to be scared by the psychological horror of the human condition that we're all going through right now, and it went right over your head because you're a dunce.
Dunce.
Okay?
He really gets off calling people stupid. Like it's part of his fetishes. Calling people stupid,
So those are some of my
diapers,
favorite
poop,
games, right? When I play them, I love those kind of
food.
games. All right, and sadly, sometimes the audience, I can't connect with them, and I don't know what I can do. I
Like,
hate to say
it's funny. He's talking to his audience as if he's talking about another audience. It's kind of wild. Like, this is the kind of conversation you would have. Like if he had this conversation with Kat, okay, that makes sense because he's talking to Kat about this. But he's telling his audience about his audience.
it's probably people who grow up without
Again, he says this, and he doesn't think that it makes him look like he treats his audience like shit. And then he's gonna say, "I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these other people." But dude, you're talking about people who watch your content to the people who are watching your content. Like, why would you say that then, right? Like, why bother?
real without people who raise them properly to make them think.
Oh my god, let's hear this.
And I don't know what I can do. I hate to say it's probably people who grow up without people who raise them properly to make.
Yeah, guys. The reason why I dislike DSP is because my parents raised me wrong. Yeah, I can't even tell you. I don't even remember how they raised me. That's how bad they are. I don't even remember. Maybe what they did, they were like, I got it. I remember. They just kept talking in Greek, and I was like, I don't know Greek. What the fuck? And they're just like speaking in Greek all the time. My brother speaks Greek. I don't. Bullshit. So clearly, maybe that's why I'm like detracting. It's my built up frustration of not learning Greek when I was at a younger age. I'm just taking it out on Phil. I never learned Greek. Fuck you, Phil.
Make them think. And what I mean by that is, I hate to say, I think in modern society, what's happened is a lot of people have kids just because they can have them and they think that it's their right.
This is so dumb, and like ignorant. It's an ignorant talking point. There's no, because again, there's like no like general like malice behind this. This is just pure ignorance on life. Because not everyone like plans to have kids sometimes. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes they just can't do what they need to do, whatever the fuck. Like life is very like unpredictable. Sometimes you're dealt a hand that you can't like uh work with or whatever. And again, you'd think he'd know that, Mr. Life isn't fair, blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, these people, they just have kids because they just want to have them and they don't want to take care of them. But and he acts as if like it's super duper easy to not only have the kid, but to raise a kid, and to plan everything out. Like, let's say that you were planning to have a kid in like 2018, right? And then you finally get to it by like 2024, and then you wake up one morning, you look at the price of groceries, you look at the rent, you look at the gas stations, you look at all this stuff, and all these prices are going up. Do you think like that's gonna lead to a very like easy time to raise a kid in that kind of situation where maybe the job you're doing isn't gonna be enough to cut it? Like, there's all these other like things that get in the way, and this dude is acting as if like, hey man, you have a kid, it should be you should plan better, or it's like whatever, or that these people don't think about it, or that everyone that has a kid, like, there are like neglectful parents and bad parents, whatever. But this is like such a general opinion that it's kind of like, just shut up. And to attribute it to your audience, how your audience like watches your content, is so insane. It is insane, genuinely. I've never in my life seen anyone say, "Yeah, guys, our my channel sucks because just parents don't raise their kids right." Like, what the fuck does that mean? What does raising your parents right have to do with watching your dumb fuck slop?
But then they don't actually take on the experience of being a parent. They don't teach the kids jack shit. They plop the kid down. It used to be plop the kid down in front of the TV, but now it's plop the kid down in front of the smart device. Give them a phone or an iPad when they're a kid, and they just.
But what about these kids who had a phone and an iPad, an iPod Touch, whatever, that are still functioning members of society that can actually think? What about those people? Like, he thinks that like the problem is purely the devices, when it's just simply like there's a lot of things that get that are there. Like everyone wants to keep pointing fingers at things, but sometimes shit just happens, and parents have to talk to their kid. They have to like do whatever, but it's not easy. And this guy is like talking like this as if he knows how to raise a kid, as he struggles to raise a cat. He can't even handle Jasper. I've like, dude, it is insane. Jasper like goes and he's like, Jasper's here, guys. Oh my god, Jasper! It's like, this dude gets so like anxious when Jasper's around, and then he's like, he'll just fucking like randomly pats his head and shit. Like, it's so like awkward. When I watch like my favorite cats ever, Tiago and Yuxi, it's like, normal. I'm just there. I vibe with them. They sit on my lap. I like fucking pet their cheeks. I like, feed them. I talk to them because, they're fucking cool. All this shit. And this guy's like talking to Jasper as if he's like a fucking brain dead cat, and he's stupid and he doesn't understand what life is or whatever. It's like so annoying.
And they just sit there staring at the fucking internet, not learning a goddamn thing. Can't even read when they're.
But the other thing is, the internet also kind of gets a bad rap, as if you can't learn anything on the internet. Like, you realize the internet's also a tool that you can learn other things. Like, you can learn hobbies, like stuff like where do you think Kat gets her recipes from? A cookbook? No, she gets it from the internet. So like, there are things that you can use the internet to be a positive for your kid, and they can actually use it to like either communicate better, to figure something out that they may be stuck on. I mean, of course, that's not to say, yeah, just let them wander aimlessly. Like, you know, but you should spend some time with your kid and help them navigate the internet and all this other stuff. Like, there's more stuff to do with your kid than just do this. He acts as if like parents are just like, yeah, here's an iPad, bye. Like, you know, and of course, parents that do that are neglectful, but that's not like the end all be all of what of that or the only issue that kids run into. All this stuff, it's really stupid. He's getting through this over again. People just not enjoying and play Slay the Spire.
When they're in high school, and then they come out of life acting like basically like a non-sentient animal.
By the way, this is the guy that also says that it's a waste of time to go to college and college is stupid and dumb and you get nothing for it, whatever. And now he's like, yeah, people are going to high school and they're not learning anything. I thought school was a scam, huh?
Just walking around following, clicking memes and fucking around like they're stunted. You know? How do you not like a game that makes you think? No, I need explosion. I need.
But again, like, he is saying this purely off of people watching streams. Watching streams, playing games are two different things. Like, I may love to play Slay the Spire 2, but I also may not enjoy watching it. Like, these two things can be very true.
Big boom 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 booms. What
Boom,
the
boom.
fuck is wrong with you?
Listen to this dude talk.
Again,
Listen.
like they're stunted. You know?
Oh my god.
How do you not like a game that makes you think? No, I need explosion. I need big boom 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 booms.
Boom, boom, boom,
What's wrong with
booms.
you? You're the people who sat there and watched all the Michael Bay Transformers and TMNT movies and thought they were the best thing ever.
Guess what? He watched that. He watched those movies himself, and he watches slop all the time. I love this. I don't like slop movies. I hate Marvel movies. But guess what movie he watches? Marvel slop. And other property movies. Does he watch any independent films? Does he watch foreign films? No. Unless they're super duper mainstream popular. And then he's gonna say, oh yeah, I love it. Like, I guarantee at some point, I don't know if you ever watched Parasite. I don't want to know, but he's probably like, yeah, I watched Parasite. It was so good, man. It was about society. It was about the inequities of people's livelihoods. Yeah, man, fuck the rich. But then, like, you know, if it's some like guy that's not as mainstream, I don't know what that is. What is that? Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Superman movie. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Supergirl movie. I'm gonna watch that. I watched the Batman. I watched it. But is he gonna watch Killers of the Flower Moon? No. No, why would I watch that? One Battle After Another? No, I don't know what that is. What is that? What is it? What is that? Is that a property? Is that a comic book?
Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I just don't get it because video games used to be the thinking man's thing.
Video games used to be the thinking man's thing? Yeah, Pong, the big brain game, Pong, Donkey Kong, Mario, thinking man's games. Do you think you're thinking of big brain people? Mario Brothers. That's the true big brain stuff.
The thinking man's hobby, right? Why am I so upset with what has happened with modern fighting games? Because they don't take intelligent thought to play anymore. To be good at fighting games back in the day, yes, you needed hand-eye coordination and you needed muscle memory, but you actually needed to be fucking smart. You had to be intelligent.
This is the guy that gets butthurt when he can't beat Cammy. Why can't he figure out how to beat Cammy? Every time he fights Cammy, oh, I can't do anything. She's so good. She's top tier. She's incredible. If that's the case, why isn't everybody Cammy? Like, Cammy is unbeatable? She's unbeatable. I kind of wonder. Is Cammy broken? Let's see. This was 2 years ago, so that may not be accurate. Oh wow, uh-oh. Well, this is 2 years ago. Cammy needs to be nerfed. And then DSP shows up. Oh man. Oh god, Alex Discourse. Man, this YouTube search sucks. Holy shit. YouTube, what did you do? Like, goddamn. I type in this and like the first view is like, okay, yeah, this is like related. And then it's like, okay, Crimson Desert. What? Honda. Unfortunate consequences of modern controls. Like, they're more upset about the modern controls than fucking Cammy. Like, that's it. They're more upset about modern controls than Cammy.
To play them, because you had to have strategy, you had to be thinking, you need to do react, but also have an overall overarching plan for when you play. Today it's, duh, I watch video, I learn combo, I copy paste, pattern. You could be an idiot and play fighting games today at a competent level.
And yet he can't get Grandmaster.
That's not a good thing. You've taken away the thing that made them challenging and fun. You made them for the masses, and you made them for stupid
So
people.
why don't you play Guilty
now
Gear?
they're bored.
Again, he says this, but then like, there's a few characters, even in Street Fighter 6, like, I don't want to learn. It sounds complicated. I don't want to do it. Why didn't you play Guilty Gear then? Oh, this is too confusing. I don't understand the gameplay systems. There's too many systems.
That's not good. You understand? We could have still had that kind of stuff over here, but still had the smart stuff here. Instead, you got rid of the smart stuff, pushed it to the side, and said, now everyone must play the stupid stuff. That's why Street Fighter 6 frustrates me. Okay? So when I play a smart game that takes intelligence to understand and like, and my audience says, duh, I can't stand it, it's boring, and I can't get an audience for it, it's like, oh my God.
Oh my god.
At what point will the world become...
The level of like deflection and avoidance of the actual issue of why people find his content boring is so funny. Like he is so like he doesn't want to accept that maybe he's just boring and wants to blame fucking
the
society.
World of Wall-E, where everyone's just a fat blob sitting in a
Fuck
fucking
this
robot
movie,
chair
dude.
that
I
does
liked
everything-
Wall-E and liked him more, and DSP made me hate Wall-E. Fuck that movie. Like, dude, come on. Oh, everyone's gonna be like Wall-E. You ever heard of that movie, Wall-E? You ever heard of it? You probably have. It's underground, guys.
everything for you, tubes up your nose and in your fucking ass, and you just
That's not even like what the. There's no tubes and whatever.
sit there
Okay.
getting pumped all day, and you don't do anything. What's the point of fucking existing?
This is the guy, by the way, that gets upset when like, oh, I have to go pick up the food? That's stupid. Why can't it be sent to my house? He gets so like annoyed and butthurt at any slight inconvenience. And again, this is the guy that's like, you ask him, oh, I didn't like this food that has bone in it. I don't want to eat chicken with bone and eat like an asshole and figure I just want to sit down and eat food easily. I want easy time eating food. And this guy's saying, oh yeah, these people they're all fucking simpletons and they want everything done for them. As this guy sits there, the guys, where's my money? Guys, Tipsco, hello, guys, we gotta get some support, guys. Come on, we got some bills coming up. Kick is gonna pay me soon. You should jump in on that. Come on, make the kick check a little bigger.
Anyway, so
Yeah, laugh it off.
all that being said,
I don't know
where
why the
were we
back
even
of my head's
talking-
killing me.
What were we even talking about?
God damn.
Oh, Greg was saying he was too slow to enjoy turn-based games. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe one day you'll actually get an intelligence level and an attention span level where you can actually sit down and enjoy something that's a slow burn that makes you think. Not
Slow
everyone has
burn.
it.
Oh
You
my
know what? I
god,
don't
dude.
necessarily
Shut
think that
up.
it's your
Slow
fault.
burn. It's a
probably
slow
your parents,
burn.
It's probably society as a whole that's
God
tried to
damn.
milk you and turn you into just
Wait, what?
that makes you think. Not everyone has it. You know what? I don't necessarily think that it's your fault. It's probably your parents. It's probably society as a whole.
Blames his parents. Yeah, it's your parents. Go thank mom. Thanks, mom. I'm so dumb. I hate Phil. Okay.
That's tried to milk you and turn you into just some kind of a, not even consciously thinking cog in a machine, right? Make that person breathe and consume. We don't care if they think, as long as they keep breathing and consuming, and we can get something out of it. It's pretty fucked up. Anyway, let's...
But again, this is coming from the guy that like chases AAA games and use indie games as filler. Again, he talks about these indie games he's playing as filler content. And he's like, oh my god, finally, AAA game came out, Resident Evil 9, finally, guys, the AAA game is here. But then again, but everyone else, they're the simpletons.
Let's continue. Papa Slap Nuts did a $2 super chat. He says, Crimson Desert is cringe. We want Dragon Quest. Well, there you go. Don't worry, because Dragon Quest
I thought they hated
will
Dragon
continue.
Quest.
Okay, it will continue.
I love that his chat keeps begging for Dragon Quest, then every time he plays it, you guys hate this game. I can't believe it.
And then we have Pizza Cake with a $5 super chat. If you love games that make you think, why are your playthroughs the most handheld playthroughs on the internet? They're not. That's just what my detractors say, so you've just proved that you're retarded. Like, you actually
Oh my
proved that you're...
Dude, like, whatever. I mean, yeah, literally, not every second of a video is him, like, being handheld, but a lot of the playthroughs, there's a lot of times where he's like, guys, is this good? Should I do this? Guys, people in RimWorld, they are now, like, eating shit. Is that good? Do I want them to do that? Is that fine? What should I do? Like, everything he does is guided, and he hypes up the fucking streams like that. Guys, you get to help me do this? This is pretty cool. You guys are helping me out. You know, whatever. And they are handheld. He argues that, well, this is a stream. This is an interactive stream, so of course we're gonna handhold me through stuff. Like, whatever.
That you're slow. You need someone to Pied Piper play the pipe.
Again, go watch his Marvel vs. Capcom stream he did last year, and even the SNK shit he did. King Crimson had to fucking tell him combos to play in those games. Phil, try this. Okay, man, I'm gonna try that. Guys, is this invincible? Can I do this? And it's like, dude, you're playing a fighting game that's supposed to be very smart and like cool, and you need chat to tell you what combos to use. Okay.
And guide you along your path, because you can't watch content and understand it for yourself. You're too dumb. You're too.
But he's trying to Pied Piper his own chat to watch his content, and he did experiments. That fucking nuke video he did. He is like, oh yeah, guys, like I did some experiments on you guys. That's not being a Pied Piper. Okay.
Too stunted. So you need some cult leader to follow you to a conclusion about something, and that's what you.
The cult leader. No, the cult leader doesn't follow you. They follow the cult leader.
Which kind of is proven by the fact that you sent me $5 to say that. Oh, then the person actually sent me another $2 to try to insult me again. Thank you so much. I mean, people who send money to insult people are probably the dumbest people on earth. Very nice.
Very nice. Maybe they like you enough to give you money. Everything
Someone
that.
Tipped $2 says, do you remember Supremacy MMA? It was one of my favorite playthroughs you did.
Okay, I don't care about Supremacy MMA.
There you go. If anything, this should be a fun playthrough where we can hang out and interact. They're just meant.
Wait.
I'll try to figure it out as much as I can, and then you guys can help me along the way.
I don't get handheld. You guys can help me along the way.
If there's something I'm not catching on or understanding. And that'll be part of the fun social experience of the game. Some games are just meant to be better experiences if you experience them with a crowd. And maybe that's the case with this game. I guess we'll see.
Okay, we're just sitting in silence.
People are comparing learning to combos in Street Fighter.
Whoa. Whoa.
Marky.
Oh.
He says, I hear the combat will be easy to pick up but difficult to master. People are comparing learning to combos in Street Fighter. Seriously? Wow.
Okay.
Leveling system, but basically from information, because I want to experience.
I love he's saying I don't get handheld, and everyone in his fucking chat was explaining the game that he was gonna play them immediately.
It's it first time with all of you without spoil.
Okay.
First membership of the day. It is. Thank you, Princess Luna. Or I guess you could say this afternoon, considering we have no subs and no banana and 1980 snort. Keep going. Let's. It's like on cue. Just the conga line of the stunted. They come out to start throwing the moral support. That doesn't mean anything.
Then why do you have it? Like, okay, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. Can you still do the moral support highlighted messages? Can you still do
So
that?
let's see if we'll actually get some real support from Kick this
Real
afternoon.
support.
That would be nice. Thank you, Beef Supreme. He says the Beef respects the King's honesty about society. It's just sad, man.
The truth about society. Yeah, I want to hear about society from this guy. Huh?
It's just sad.
Sad, man.
It really is. Listen. I appreciate games that are full of action, games that are kind of like reaction based, like Call of Duty. I can play it, I can get it, and I get that adrenaline pumping. If you had an exciting match of Call of Duty and you're running through, you're getting a kill streak, and things are blowing up around you, like God damn, you feel it, right? But man, do I like a thinking man's game too? Like Slay the Spire 2, I'm loving right now. I can't wait to play it again. Seriously, this current run I'm doing, the second run with this Necromancer character, it's actually turning out way better than the first. I'm using Doom rather than the
fucking lame.
The Soul build
Man,
that I did
like,
the first time. The Doom build.
This dude's like, yeah, man, I understand action games. You feel it. You feel the action. You love playing Call of Duty. You feel the high.
Better, and I'm having a great time. I can't wait to
Then
play.
why didn't they
more.
love Black
Try the
Ops
next
7?
character. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually.
Why wasn't
craving
your
the game.
chat
I wish I
there?
could play it
Like,
more,
I
but-
love he's telling his audience, you guys love action. And yet, Call of Duty, the fucking game he used as an example, like, failed, like, multiple times. And guess who was butthurt that it failed? This guy. I played this game with the new setup, nobody liked it. But I thought you liked Thinking Man's games.
You can't play it every day when you're not getting a ton of people there on stream to watch or support.
But you don't want to play the game every day. You're a variety streamer, dumb fuck, remember? But you played Resident Evil 9 every day. That game was not doing so hot after day one.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So I got to kind of stretch it out and balance it with everything else. And it's sad that we just can't get more of a thinking audience.
But I love he says it's about Slay the Spire and then says Dragon Quest 7 is the guilty pleasure game because that doesn't get any support. So these two games do not get any like support or whatever the fuck. Yet he still plays them, but he says that he can only play one of them. It makes sense if you were raised right.
For video games these days, because a lot more games are becoming more cerebral. They really are. They're becoming more
What?
about thinking.
More games are becoming more cerebral. I feel like he wouldn't he never said that before, and he would never say it because he was saying. I mean, even with like Crimson Desert, he was like, "Oh, game developers can't make a game anymore. Oh, they suck. They don't know what they're doing. They're fucking idiots." And I was like, "Yeah, games are more cerebral now." Okay.
Thinking than about flashy nonsense.
Flash nonsense.
Particularly the indie games, right? There you go.
Oh, there you go. The indie games are the cerebral
Amber Heard's
ones.
turd did a $2 super chat. Says Phil, Slay the Spire is a glorified Flash iPhone game. The graphics and what it runs on are not representative of the quality of a game.
Okay.
Overall, it's about the gameplay experience
He says this, but like again, go watch his first impression of Mugenics. Like, I love this. Yeah, man. Like, don't judge a game by how it looks. So I looked at Eugenics, and it was an ugly, stupid game, and it was made by a Super Meat Boy game. And it's like, this looks dumb. I don't like it. Romeo's Dead Man. This looks stupid. It's probably gonna have dick jokes, like Shadows of the Damned. And it's like, oh my god, dude, you know nothing about anything. And he's like, yeah, don't judge a game by the cover, guys. Like, fuck off. Man, it pisses me off. You talk about fucking Romeo's a Dead Man. He's like, oh yeah, you know Shadows of the Damned, and you get that one gun that, like, he's, like, shooting his dick or whatever the fuck. It's like, fuck you, man. Like, Suda51 has so many other games in his fucking repertoire, and that's the one game you go to. He has not played any other game from him. He never played Killer 7. He never played No More Heroes 1. I don't count the PS3 game because I don't think he even remembers playing that. Or even appreciated that, to be honest. He never played No More Heroes 3. He never played Travis Strikes Again. He never played The Silver Case. He never played these games. He only played Lollipop Chainsaw, Shadows of the Damned, and Killer is Dead. 3 games that were like kind of the dark era of Suda51 games. Like the worst one was Shadows of the Dam. Like that was the one game that almost made him like want to quit making games. That's his frame of reference for Suda51. Like that's his frame of reference. And this guy is like saying, "Oh, don't judge a game by how it looks," as he shits on Eugenics for how it looks and all these other games. You could find games where he shat on how it looked. And this guy says this to you. Fuck off.
And, what enjoyment you get out of it. And yes, maybe the performance and the graphics are part of that, but it's certainly not the entire, experience of what it really is. Dennis Reynolds did a $5 super chat, says, what have you accomplished in your adult life that would prove to anyone that you're of higher intelligence? Have you programmed or developed anything? Let's see, for the greater part.
Just remember, the question was to prove his intelligence. What can he say that proves how smart he is?
Part of 15 years, despite the most of the internet trying to make me fail, I have succeeded. I have grown. I've improved. And I get people like you to pay me to think that you're insulting me when in reality you're doing exactly what I want and you're allowing me to have a nice, lavish life. So thanks for the $5.
So the only part of that shows intelligence is that he got people to give him money, which is like the lowest hanging fruit possible for people who do this for a living. Like you just turn on a camera, you talk, and enough people will eventually give you money. Like, this is, like, basic bitch-ass way of getting things you want from people. And again, like, this is your job, and this person wants you to respond to him, so he gave you money. Like, that's all it is. And the rest of his answer was just him saying, see, I'm not a failure. The question wasn't about him being successful. It was about him showing his intelligence. Like, you would think that what would show his intelligence is how he handles the situation. Like, look at when there's a blackout. He loses power, and it's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I have nothing to do. I can't use my phone, even though you can, because it. But he didn't figure out that maybe they could just go out for a walk, go outside, spend time with Kat, and it's like, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm gonna be bored. Oh my god, this sucks. Because he's so connected to the internet. And this guy's like, yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. Like, this guy struggled building a desk. He struggled building a desk. Like, that was too hard for him. He was like, I don't know. Like, he had trouble building Legos. He struggled building Legos. Like, I would never think someone would struggle building Legos in my life.
Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't want to hear that, did you? Do you think someone stupid could do that?
Yeah.
Make you do exactly what I want?
Dude, you know what's kind of funny? DSP has also said that there's a lot of stupid people that make money on the internet. He has said that too. He has pretty much said that these big YouTubers are dumb and they get paid for being stupid or whatever the fuck. Like, he has literally said stuff basically that.
Like, literally, you're just playing right into my hands right now? I don't know. Why don't you respond by sending me another $5? Amber Heard's, speaking of it, Amber Heard's third did a $2 super chat and says, Slay the Spire is something I would play at the doctor's. Okay, me too. And I would also play it at home. And I would also play it everywhere because that's one of the beautiful things
Yeah, right.
You can play it
You think he's
anywhere,
gonna play
'cause it
Slay
runs
the
it.
Spire? No, there's no microtransactions.
Amber Heard's third did another $2 super chat. Says, you should have played Pocopia. It's a missed opportunity. Again, I'm not...
I love, like, so he quits Crimson Desert. He's like, oh, I might play Pokemon Fire, Leaf, Green, or I'm gonna play Pocopia. The schedule just focuses on the Pokemon Fire, Leaf, Green shit. Not even a mention of, like, that or Pocopia. He's not playing Pocopia. He's never playing that. I will say, this is the one game that went from a toxic reason to not play it to maybe like to a Carrot Dangle game. So at least it's like, that it didn't get code veined. I was afraid it was gonna end up like code vein and be a headache because That's what Code Vein ended up being. It started off like reasonable, like I don't want to play it, not interested in it too. Oh, there's women in it. I don't want to play it. People want to see boobs. I don't want to play it. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck? What reasoning is that?
Not against playing Pokopia. I'm also not against playing Pokemon Leaf Green or Fire Red. These are all very viable options of games that we can
I'm just gonna skip ahead.
jump into one of these Pokemon games.
I like that we're
Someone took
supporting
$2 and
these
says,
re-releases.
a lot of your longtime fans, okay,
Okay.
might only like more action-based games and might only show up for them. Now, here's the thing. I want you to understand something. 'Cause
Understand
I've
something.
tried to be clear, but a lot of people, again, if you have a simpleton's logic,
I love how this person isn't even being negative. He's just saying your audience may like action, which is like a statement. It has nothing to do with their intelligence, has nothing to do with anything. I mean, he could have just said, oh, yeah, I get it, but like, I like doing this. But no, for some reason, it's like DSP just wants to crash out. And as an outsider, like, think about this. Let's say you've never heard of Phil. You go in and he's sitting there saying, yes, Simpleton's logic, society ruined you guys. You think that, like, you're gonna want to stick around? And again, he's not even saying, like, oh yeah, like, society, like, failed society or, whatever. He's saying specifically, society failed people watching him. Like, in order for people to enjoy DSP content, we have to fix society. Like, that's insane. That is insane.
you would never understand the complexity of thought that I talk about on stream, okay? I'm a variety streamer for a reason. I'm a variety streamer because I want to appeal to a wide variety of people who have different tastes and will show up for different kinds of games.
Okay, let's talk about this, right? So he's talking about variety and this and that. How come every game he is fucking playing except Street Fighter, that's the one game, guys, that's not a chill game, that's slow pace, a slow burn style. Look at what he's playing. Pokemon, because that's what he's going to start next week. Dragon Quest VII, Slay the Spire, RimWorld, Street Fighter. Like, 4 of those games are chill games that have a slow pace to it. And Indie Night streams. That's not any different. The indie tryout streams are boring as fuck. The trailer watching streams are just him, like, watching in a mini window, like, okay, this looks boring. Where's the demo? And that's it. Like, there's no variety. He keeps saying it's variety because they're not the same game back to back, but it's the same vibe. With all these games, he's playing 2, soon to be 3 turn-based games, and he keeps playing sim games. Because even if, let's say, he decides to play Pokopia, guess what? That's a sim game. You know what else is a sim game? RimWorld. And these are all the same games. Like, come on. There's nothing different in his content at all. And he's like, yeah, I'm a variety streamer. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay? So if you like thinking games, that take intelligence to figure out, I'm going to play them. If you like action games, Call of Duty or Street Fighter 6, I'm also going to play that. You see?
When?
I have a wide audience. They don't just all show up at the same time. Right now,
So then, like, see, this just devalues this entire crash out. Because he's like, yeah, I have a lot of people that some people watch this and that. So then why are you bitching about them not showing up to content they don't want to watch? Oh, no, guys, he's bitching about the people who show up and they don't like the game that he's playing. Why do you focus on that? Again, he's not appreciative of the people that are there. He focuses more on the people who are miserable. Like, this is like, as I said, like, if you enjoy Marvel movies, are you gonna spend your time talking to people who don't like them? Like, sometimes, like, you just have to do your own thing. Like, I said this when I shot on AI all the time. I don't necessarily, like, 100% like blame or shun people who use it. I just think that they should be like more like uh motivated or like pushed into doing stuff for themselves and be more like willing to make something on their own in their own creative way, find something creative to do with it, whatever, and not be reliant on AI. That's like my only like stance when it comes to the individual using it. But I'm not gonna. But like I understand like that people want to use that, but it's like that's not necessarily the same as like saying they're like, oh man, I like this one movie, and oh that movie sucks. And it's like you don't want to listen to that all the time. Come on, dog. Come on.
Now
Come
I
on,
actually
man.
have quite a good audience for this podcast, but I bet there'll be more people later when I'm playing Crimson Desert who weren't interested in the podcast. But then when I play Street Fighter next week, we'll have a different crowd. And then when I play Slay the Spire, again, there'll be a different crowd. You add all those together, I've got thousands of people who watch me over the course of a week, all unique viewers, but they only tune in for what they like. That's by design. That's not, oh, I messed around and stumbled into it. That's exactly the thought process that I had when I started as a creator 18 years ago. I said, I want to play everything because then people will want to be on DSP Gaming for a big variety of content. Therefore, I'm not beholden to one style or genre because genres have trends like this. You might be at the height of popularity for fighting games, and all of a sudden they fall off. Well, if I just play fighting games, what else am I going to do for my content, right?
But how come all these other people that play fighting games are able to like make a living? Like Maximilian, dude, like was a fighting game guy, and then he's like, but he's also doing videos on like other. He talked about Final Fantasy on the Switch, like the Final Fantasy VII remakes. He talked about all this other stuff in his videos. He does more than that. He acts as if he's the only one that does different kinds of content. He's the only one that discovered that, guys. Phil Burnell, he's the only one who did it. He cracked the code.
So because I do everything, I have this appeal. You're absolutely right. There are long-standing fans of mine who were around back in the day before I played a variety of games. I wasn't playing indies. I wasn't playing thinking man's games. It was a lot of action, right? So they're there for Call of Duty. They're there for Street Fighter. They're there for, the next big AAA game, and then they won't come back for another one. Like, they were here for Resident Evil 9, and now they're gone, and they're not going to come back for a while. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy that a lot.
So then why are you complaining about the views?
You know what's not okay? Coming by to my Slay the Spire stream to complain that the game is boring. That's what's not okay. Because no one cares about your opinion. Just because you don't like that game doesn't mean that other people don't have the right to like it.
But Phil, they're just stating observations. They're stating observations. You're getting mad at people saying the sky is blue, right? Like, come on.
Particularly, again, if it's a game that needs a certain level of intelligence, and you're complaining you don't
And then I love that just simply complaining about the game he's playing or how he's playing it, whatever, means that you're stupid. Like, this is childish logic. He's saying that everyone else has simpleton's logic, simpleton brains, this and that. But this kind of like talking point is childish logic. He's assuming that if people don't like this game, they must be stupid. They must not be a thinking man's gamer. What if they just don't want to watch you play it? Because maybe they don't like how you play it.
Don't like it, it's boring, gives you a headache. That might say more about you than the game, don't you think? That's what I'm saying.
It's okay to have an opinion.
Okay. Kmart Punk.
Like, this is trying to shame you that
from saying that. I have no idea. I don't know if I
we're not
know
talking
why you're
about
asking for it.
Animaniacs.
Okay. So anyway, we got derailed by a whole bunch of contributions too. I'm curious. Is there anything going on currently that you guys would like to see? Burger. I'm getting really intelligent.
What?
Indian food. I mean, we've done Indian food before. A while ago. We could do it again. The turd burger. I'm getting really intelligent responses.
Oh, okay. We're not talking about food.
Sushi, we did and did food,
Yours, he told us he couldn't do sushi. He did sushi.
Oh, I've never eaten canned sardines. No, that doesn't sound too appetizing.
He doesn't want to try it because of the meme of canned sardines is disgusting. He doesn't want to try it because of the meme. Very, very...
Chili crisp sauce. Ugh. You guys mentioned Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm like, well, number one, I really don't want fried chicken, and number two, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings a long, long time ago, and it was terrible here.
Okay. Yeah, it's bones. He doesn't want to eat food with bones, guys. You should try baby food. Baby food.
Lily
Ooh.
got buffed in Street Fighter 6. Is this correct?
Is this correct? Then he checks it. I don't think it's like we are fact checking the Lily buffs. The Lily buff. The Lily buff. Does he even know how to read the buffs and nerfs?
Where are the patch notes?
Where are the patch notes? Guys,
Here it is.
there it is. Where's the buffs? Where's the buffs? The music is great. It's like dun, 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 dun. It's like
Find Lily.
the moment of truth is
Dalsum.
coming
What did
out.
they changed with Dalsum?
Ooh, Dawson.
I should read this. I should keep this open and read this later.
Oh.
Really? So you can do a midair hit and cancel into a drill or the Yoga Mummy headbutt. Wow, that's different.
Yoga.
Wait, seriously? So maybe you could teleport behind, do light kick, and then combo
I love he was checking out Lily, and we're talking about Dalsim.
after. Oh shit, that's an interesting change right there.
Whoa. Did they buff Mano? Did they buff Mano?
Yeah, you can now do jumping medium punch into drill kick or Yoga Mummy. That's totally cool.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about
Now?
Dalsim. Dalsim can go away.
Block, making it completely safe.
Okay, I'm over this now. He's just...
So when she has the wind on, it's called Windclad. Lily can now use that Windclad to do another Condor dive when rebounding from a hit or block.
Now, you know what? There was a rant he did. I may do a separate video because, like, this video would be, like, 10 hours long, I guess, if I did that. But he was like, oh, they wouldn't... if people stopped supporting Street Fighter 6, they'd patch the game. But they're patching the game now. Like, he doesn't understand the whole thing where it's like, yeah, if they stop buying Street Fighter 6, they'll just say, like, okay, we'll just not make Street Fighter anymore. Or they'll make it worse. Like, you can't guarantee that they're gonna make the game amazing if nobody buys it. They may just say, well, we're gonna try something else to get another audience. Like, it's just not guaranteed, and that's not how it works. And then he mocks people for sticking with the game, even though it has flaws. Yeah, because what if, like, people just like the game and they may have their own flaws with the game and that they still like to play, right? Like, it's not that simple. Like, there are people who don't like Strive that still play Strive because they may have another thing that they enjoy from it.
You can now do, listen to this, Rising, it's called Tomahawk Buster. That's her Dragon Punch move. Her Rising Tomahawk Buster, Condor Dive, and all combos.
He said that before, and he's saying it again.
So that's going to make her combos way bigger. You can only do a Condor Dive an extra time once. So there's two. You can do 2 Condor Dives in a row. Yeah.
Okay.
Full screen EX Condor Spire and blow through a fireball now. And she has to do double Condor Dive in the air. This is interesting. We'll have to experiment with this. Justin Wong, he says that Lily has a ton of buffs. We just looked at it. Condor Spire can be used multiple times in the air and better convert. Look, I just read that. They didn't even nerf her down heavy. When are you going to play her next after Alex? I mean, it sounds to me like I want to use all the characters.
Okay.
Hands is a giant concrete.
Alright, yeah. He's fucking pogging over that. Oh my god. Dude, this music is so annoying.
So that's cool. Good to hear. I now want to try different things.
Let's try other things.
For DSP tries it. And it's been over a year since I started those mega marathons. It was actually
Okay.
in several years. So I'm sure I will remember a lot of it, but at the same time, to actually do all the challenging stuff, maybe try to not only beat it, but then try to also do all those things like the Star World, Special World, do everything, right? Actually complete all the content. That could be pretty challenging and fun to try to do in a marathon. Outside of that, I really don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what else I would like to do. Happy nonstop. This controller for Switch 2, and the first thing I tried to do was play Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. I did find people, and it was super laggy as fuck, like just not very fun to play.
Okay.
It did work, but it was laggy as hell.
Okay.
Pointing. So,
All right.
has Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and has, I think, Super Turbo, or is it our Anniversary Edition? And then Collection 2.
I do not care about these collections.
Poll. Not to say this is going to determine what we...
All right, he's gonna do a poll. I'm just wondering, was there another like intelligence segment? You guys are really
I think we already
stupid. Your
had
parents like not raise you right. Oh my god, dude.
There's 3 variations that they're doing.
We are still talking about food.
We could try, like maybe.
All right, I think that's it. I know like he played a little bit. He rage quit this, but let's watch a little bit. Watch a tiny
What are you
bit.
gonna do? I can't move right now. Look at this. I'm about to die. Completely can't move at all. This game's fucking terrible.
This game is fucking terrible.
I'm not even kidding. This
Death
game is
has
bad,
found
man.
you.
This is a mission early in the game. This is awful. The combat is completely meaningless.
Death has. Whoa, dude, that's not the Yoshi egg. Oh my god, that's why the vibes were off. There was no Yoshi egg. He needs the Yoshi
you would
egg
hope
Tim
that maybe there
Hortons.
is something more to the game than this, but why do I get the feeling this is the entire gameplay loop of the game? Go to an area, kill 5 zillion generic enemies, fight maybe a boss, right? Wash, rinse, repeat. Hold the trigger the whole time, and then every once in a while do a special move.
He's
as you
playing
feel
a
like it,
side
or you just hold the
mission,
trigger.
I think. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Why do you do the main mission? I don't know.
Oh, he died in midair.
He couldn't until he died. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Down. Lands. Oh, he died.
He died in midair.
He died in midair. Dude, whatever.
Run away. I'll slaughter all these beaten curs.
Like, here's the thing. You're like, oh, it's badass because you're so powerful. Yeah, but it's boring. Like, I would much rather play any FromSoft game than this. Because this is just boring. I'm just literally just kill 100 guys or more. Because there's no other way to do the mission.
This is so easy.
It's so fucking
He
boring.
gets a boss. This is too hard. I mean, to me, you know, this game literally came out of nowhere. That's why I was not like hyped for it or interested, because it's like, yeah, I think this game is either just gonna be like hot for a day and then people are gonna move right on from this game. So yeah, there you go. There's that. That is it for this video. I think I talked enough. I gabbed enough in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. By the way, you like my new hat? Hilarious, right? It's a funny hat. Again, you know, as I said, my parents did not teach me Greek, so that's why I am the way I am, okay? They should have taught me Greek when I was young, so that way I would be raised correctly. But none of our parents raised us right, guys. Our parents raised us wrong and stupid. But that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye.